So you know when you're supposed to be doing your work and stuff, and kind of get sidetracked, playing like video games and you know doing whatever hobbies or whatever you want to do, even though you know when you're supposed to do your schoolwork and you're supposed to get your stuff done. Yeah, me either. All right, guys. Seems like I'm gonna be. Jeez. All right. So we're gonna be doing a bunch of activities today. Do some schoolwork, workout, play some video games, all that good stuff. Maybe explore my town around a bit more. I don't know. Quarantine kind of sucked during these times, so you know, when you're inside, I guess you got to always have something to do and all that stuff. So yeah, should be fun. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, every day. I feel like for most people, you know, that during like, you know, what's going on with COVID and stuff, like COVID-19. So kind of just have to do what you got to do. Hopefully, like things can like get back to normal. Someone can find a cure. Someone can find a virus. God knows that everybody needs it. Kind of, well, I'm not really tired anymore, but I just woke up, so I was kind of like drowsy and shit. But yeah, let's get started into the day and see what the day unfolds. Why do you want to split that?
Okay, can you have that one and I'll this one and you drink it?
No. Hell no.
Oh, fuck. What we have in this? What the fuck is that?
You know, she told me she...
No, don't did it. Too much pressure.
You know, she's a lesbian,
like
right?
A Dollar Tree version.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like, like she just looks like she's fucking dirty.
Yeah, she is.
She's not wrong though, like seriously.
She doesn't believe in God too. She believes in like Virgos and
she's a fucking astrologer or something.
Some shit like that. She believes in signs. She's like, oh, the Bible contradicts itself, so I don't believe that shit. Like, I just make my own.
No. There's some bitches who are so into astrology, but I didn't think they were like into astrology like that.
She went around and then she was grabbing stuff, and I was like, Shannon, what the fuck are you doing? And then she goes to the change room, comes out looking like that.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Let's do this. Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. A possible five-minute rounds in the women's bantamweight division.
You guys don't watch UFC?
Against the preacher's
I
daughter,
find it pretty
Holly
entertaining
Holm.
because, like, to be honest, all they do is just like human gladiators.
This
and
a
like,
super
knock each other out. So
for these individuals.
Yeah, she's gonna die today.
A lot on the line here.
Holly Holm has not stood still since she walked out. She was in the octagon pacing back and forth. She is so fired up for this. I can't think of a time when I've seen her more focused.
Heart in your sleeve type approach. She thinks it's a champion's
You're
quality.
gonna fucking hit each other? Come on, man. Like,
From that loss to Ronda Rousey, the experience alone, it was so high profile.
I swear, they're just like they gotta hit each other, man. They gotta hit each other, like. What the fuck is this? Come on.
It's setting her up to really try and, you know, go through the gears in her UFC career.
Now this is interesting, John. I'm not sure whether this is a cautious or a tentative Betch Kohea. But it's almost like she's waiting for Holly Holm to make the first move, which is a good game plan, really, because Holly Holm's the counter-striker here. She's the one that likes to wait for you to move forward, and then she will punish you with it. You can see how she's using those feints. She's trying to draw an attack from Betch Kohea, which at the moment...
I will say, the career girl. You know, she, you know what I'm saying, like, lower body-wise, you know what I'm saying, like, you can see they put in the work, you know? You can see they put in the work. Their definitions they're definitely up there in terms of their build. And I don't know if it's a Brazilian thing, but Korea's lower body extremities are pretty interesting.
Boy, you don't get.
She's not getting.
So as we saw when the cards came up, -600 favourite for Holm, +400 underdog Correa.
In styles that we get, obviously, you know, John Crouch has got his own particular style, as well as the Serra Longo team, which is my favourite. But
come on, for real? Do some legs,
the Jackson Wink camp, particularly Greg Jackson, has such a relaxed, animated way that he coaches. He's like,
I keep talking about legs, but bro, like,
that's
for
where
real,
you're in danger.
like,
It's just,
dude, like, bro, the density of like muscles, bro, like, dude, like, it's like Holly Holmes is like a stick almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like small, like, it's skinny. Hers, well, they look like a goddamn like watermelon, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thickness, yeah, like, it's up there. It's up there for sure. It's up there.
so it's so light-hearted in the way he puts it across, which really puts his fighter at ease. He very much thinks about how he communicates with his fighters between rounds, and obviously that's why he's such a successful team. I don't think that was trying to get into Holly Holmes' head, but that's the alternative effect of it. It does have that effect as well, especially if Holly Holmes is vulnerable to it. If she feels like that was a good punch, then that will validate Betch Correa's expression.
Bro, that was literally,
as a matter
like,
of fact, for what it's worth,
that was literally like the shittiest UFC round that, like, in terms of like performance and like just entertainment, that like I've ever seen. Like, I've probably been watching UFC for like years, but I think I really like started having an interest in it like maybe like end of June. You know, just seeing all these fights that happened back in the day, you see on like TSN or Sportsnet or all these other sports reels, and be like, damn, that man got knocked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like usually like there's a lot more happening, and like especially with like the females and stuff, like the female fighters, like, you know, the Ronda Rouseys and you know, what's the other motherfucker's face? Amanda Nunes, and like there's all those other girls. Like, bro, like when they get in that ring, man, when they get in the octagon, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just straight punches, like temples breaking and all that stuff. So, I mean, shit. Yeah, they gotta do better than this, bro. Because I ain't trying to see a fucking Grammarly ad. I'm trying to see some entertainment, bro. Like, shit, I'm getting bored out here. Fuck, damn.
Back and forth, the consummate pro that she is. She is all business. It's all about herself. Concentrate on what she can affect.
It's an interesting comment that Betch Correa made about the fact that she's improving at a quicker rate. But you have to think,
they're straight booing her ass, man.
martial arts are relatively the same.
This guy's boring as
12
hell.
fights to 13 fights.
Like,
Holly Holmes is
someone
seasoned boxer.
someone's gonna
She's
get
been
knocked
doing
out
this a
by
long
that. That's all I know.
time, so she's much
out.
more settled in her style of
UFC.
fighting. Even though she's crossed over to mixed martial arts, she's employing a lot of the same techniques that she did in boxing. Whereas Betch Correa is new to this sport. She's a new athlete, so she's constantly learning new things to her game. Head kick! Betch Correa's down! The Ronda Rousey head kick comes back! Wow!
Holm is back! Head kick knockout for the preacher's daughter!
Stopped her dead in her tracks! So here we go. Holly Holm moving around. Betch Correa calls her on. Holly feints. She's going to feint again. Bang! There's the head kick right across the face on the business end of a Holly Holm shin. There was no more needed to be done in that situation. Beautiful finish. Look at that. Betch Correa put an arm up. She was done. She knew she was finished, even though she was only semi-conscious.
Bro.
That sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're waiting for.
Now.
When we see these tentative game plans where they're feeling each other out.
I told you. And this is why it's entertaining itself. Like, someone's always just going to get knocked out. Like, there's always some type of, like, spectacular thing. Spectacular thing. It just, like, always happens with these fights, you know? And, like, that's why they're entertaining. That's why it's, like, when people doing, like, roundhouse kicks, like, off a cage and, like, boom, kicking someone in the temples, like, damn, you don't see that every day. You don't see that in, like, all these different sports and shit. Like, you know, you only see it like this. Like, you know, like I said before, like the modern gladiator is crazy, and like, you know, it's always nice to see females do it as well, you know?
Indeed. Let's send it over to Bruce Buffer to make
shit,
it
I was
official.
rooting for Correa though.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bro,
referee Mark
that ass
Mallard
man
has
out
called
here.
a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 9
Ugly
seconds
ass.
of round number 3. Declaring the winner
Correa got some nice looks though.
by knockout, Holly, the preacher's daughter!
The preacher's doctor? Is that what I just heard? The preacher's doctor? Well, I mean, if she's a preacher's doctor, then that's the only way I can see how she's preaching, because, shit. That ain't it. But a win is a win, so that's all you can do. Corey, I do got some nice lips, though. No cap. Okay. Alright. Alright, well, that was the actions today. And all the other stuff you saw during the day. You know what I'm saying? Waking up, all that other stuff. Getting food, you know, seeing all the activities that I've done so far. There's going to be a 2-part video to this, so this is just part 1, but I want to get a quick reaction to see, some UFC stuff and see if you guys, enjoy watching it, because I know not everyone's about, the whole, blood sport thing and, all that other stuff, but for some reason I kind of find it pretty interesting, because all this stuff going on, in terms of, fighting that you don't normally see every single day. So the fact that you kind of get to see that while, those people are experts at it, pros, and they get paid to do it, man, it's next level stuff, or things you haven't seen, someone like Bruce Lee, you know what I mean, but just supernatural shit. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting video, pretty interesting stuff. To see more of that in the future, if you're interested in it, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, I will see you later.